Hello guys and welcome to the video. This build video guys is for the Necromancer class for patch 265 for season 17. This is a season 17 only build. And the reason is because basically on the new season guys we have access to the Legacy and Nightmare ring set as a passive buff. Okay, you can see right here. I'm currently on the test server and there you go baby. We've got LoN as a passive buff, which is insane. Okay, for those that don't know what LoN is basically is you can only have this as your active set. You can't add any other set bonuses to your character, and every ancient you are having on your character or primal ancient will give you an extra 750 damage and 4% damage reduction. So because we've got this passive buff now, we can add an extra 2 rings to this GR push solo build. Basically it's a mage build, Singularity Mages. These dudes hit for absolute insane DPS, man. So crazy. Even though I've taken out all of my main stat, I'm just stuck it in the VIT right now for lols. We're going to do a GR 100 in a minute. We'll show it with no main stat added and like 7 orgs. And look at the damage. Well, you know, it's crazy. We're going to see like 20 to 30 trillion crits pretty much all the time. It hits that hard. It's one of the top solo pushing builds for the Necromancer, along with Lancer and Thorn's Necro as well, which I'm going to record soon, guys. LoN 4 Necro coming soon as well, guys. We'll be so busy with so many builds. Anyway, so let's get into the gear, guys. Okay, man. So you'll need to Cypher the Cycle. Cypher the Cycle buffs your secondary skills by 400% additional damage while Bone Armor is active. Bone Armor secondary is basically basically the Skeletal Mage. Okay, so this buffs your Skeletal Mage. Lovely. So you cast these dudes and boom, you know, 400% additional. Fantastic. For boots, guys, use illusory boots. This gives you complete freedom of movement. You can just move through any enemies any enemies that you want. And yeah, freedom of movement's a very good thing. For pants, guys, definitely use Hexing Pants of Mr. Yan. While you're moving, gives you 25% damage increase. Okay, which is enormous. So you see right there, 1.7, and I move now. Look, 2.8 gives me 1 million DPS right now. And my character carry sheet. It's a huge buff. It's an enormous buff. So definitely wear Hexen Pants on Mr. Yang. For offhand, guys, you can use any offhand you want. As long as it's rolled correctly. Make sure it's got Skeletal Mage in there, crit. Make sure it's got Essence on secondary. It is so important to make sure you have Essence on your secondaries, on your offhand, and your main hand. Because the more Essence you have, as a whole, on this button here, I've got 330 right now, the more damage as Skeletal Mages are going to be. For those that don't know, basically every point of essence you use increases the damage by these mages by 3%. Okay, so when we pop Simulacrum, for instance, this will bring it up to 660, and to make the mages hit absolutely mind-blowingly hard, like super hard. So yeah, make sure you got those essence rolls on gear. Nice. Okay, guys, so first ring is Convention of Elements. This cycles through the elemental DPSs of the game. Our mages are physical, so once we hit that physical rotation, which is this one right here, there it is, baby. This is when you see those big numbers, man. Trillions and trillions of crit. It's absolutely bonkers how strong this build is. Next gem, guys, of course, is S17 Avengers. Basically, you do more damage the further you are from your target. So it's calculated from your pet to that target that is shooting those huge mage bolts, man. So yeah, it's also going to proc a stun as well, which will help you proc your Crimson Sentence ring, which is really nice as well. But yeah, this thing is disgusting, man. It's crazy good. For those that are really new to this build and say you're dying a lot, you can take this out, put a Unity in, gives you 50% damage reduction. And also you can put in a Molten Wilderness Gizzard. This gives you life regen and a shield as well on top. Okay, so you can put that in. So if you're early in the builds and you're dying a lot, you're getting frustrated, you can do that while you're getting ready to org your character. You can spare, like this one here, 107 on the boots to bring the intelligence up, bring the auras up as well, so you don't die as much. So you can do that in the early stages to keep yourself alive. But when you're doing your pushes though, you're doing those really deep pushes, gotta keep COE on, guys, with S17 Avengers. But there's a little option there for those that die in a bit. Got a tidbit for you. Nice. Belt, guys, Dainty's Binding. When we curse enemies, we get 50% damage reduction. Okay, so it's this item right here, Decrepify. So you cast this on the enemies, you see a little icon above the head, and they are cursed for that duration. Okay, which is 30 seconds. Quite a long time, actually. So yeah, and also you get an extra 50% damage reduction on top as well, and this will help you keep alive. You can actually drop this belt for a Witcher now if you wanted to, which gives you an extra 7 attack speed and 50 CHD. But obviously you're going to lose a lot of tank stat and a lot of damage reduction. Only do this if you're some sort of pro fucking ninja player, man, that can dodge everything on screen, okay? But another option there as well. Next ring, guys, of course, is Circle and Neju's Vault, aka Julian's Ring. You now raise an additional Skeletal Mage with each cast. You get 2 every cast, and they also last an extra 4 seconds. Next Legendary Gem, of course, is Bane of the Trap for the ginormous damage increase. Huge damage increase. Last bit of jewelry, guys, is Haunted Visions. Simulacrum, which is this skill here, now drains 5% of your maximum life every second, and it now lasts twice as long. So when Simulacrum is up, it doubles your essence pool. When your essence pool is higher, your mages hit super, super hard. Like super hard. So don't worry too much about you losing your maximum life every second, because we've got Cannibalize, Devour, Cannibalize. So as we're eating corpses, basically, you're getting 3% of your HP back. So that's why it's on this particular room. So don't worry about the negative effect of this amulet. And then the amulet, guys, for Legendary Gem, of course, is the Enforcer, which this is a pet build, baby, so all those pets are going to hit even harder. It also makes them indestructible as well. Nice. Okay, so gloves, guys, of course, task on Theos. You know, you want your pets to be casting those crazy Hadouken bolts, man, as fast as possible. For shoulders, definitely go for Raz's Violation. When the mages expire, they actually leave a corpse behind. Then you can harvest that corpse and get more power and essence and life back to your character. It's very, very cool. So, and also there's a chance to proc a health globe as well, because of this passive here. And then if you pick up the health globe, boom, it procs your Reaper's Wraps, and then you get a ton of essence back. Please note, I know this Reaper's Wraps here says 100% of your primary resource right now. This is currently bugged on the PTR, the test server. It will be 30% on live, okay? But it's still going to be more than enough for you to be blasting mages everywhere, all over the screen, all over the screen. For helm, guys, use your crown. Always use a diamond in the crown as well, because you want as much cooldown on this build as possible, okay? I am running, right now, 54%. So once you get to that, once you get back to 50%, that's more than enough, man. But you know, cooldown here, 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 and I think you actually get on your amulet as well. Actually, yeah. So you know, as much cooldown as you can. The weapon, you know, offhand, you can actually get it on your offhand as well. I don't have it on my offhand, unfortunately, but I think you can get it on my offhand anyway. But anyway, yeah, as much cooldown as possible, guys. I will have a stat guide in the description of this video as we get closer to season 17. I'll have all the optimal rolls in that stat guide. Okay, once we go live. Nice. Okay, so yeah, guys, Lyric Diamond in the Helm doubles the effect of that gem. Loads of cooldown. For chestplate, we use a Necromancer plate. Devour, which is this skill here, for the corpses, restores up to an additional 100% essence and life, so you get even more power from this, okay? And basically, when it goes over the maximum, the X is grinded over 3 seconds as well, which is kind of cool. So basically, it's an extra power and life regen right here. Get the best one as you possibly can. Also, guys, in this build, if you're still dying somehow, even with the Unity setup, you can actually take these topaz out of your chest plate and legs and shove in emeralds or rubies, which give you more armor. Also, your DPS will go down a bit, but another way there to stay alive. Nice. Okay, guys, so yeah, of course, I talked about Reaper's Wraps today. With the offhand, you can use any offhand you want. Any offhand you want, man. Just make sure it's got a Skeletal Mage there, crit, essence, and hopefully cooldown over Vitality if you can get the better roll. Nice. Okay, let's go over to the cube now. Let's see what's in the cube. Rahina's Shadowhook, guys. It gives us even more damage per essence as well. So definitely put this in because it just makes your mages hit like an absolute truck. Okay. Nemesis Braces, guys. It makes you so you spawn an extra elite pack when you click on a shrine, which is obviously going to give you tons of progression as well. Highly suggest you keep this on for pushing your GR solos, okay? But you can change this to anything you want. You can put in a Critter in here for more tankiness. So, you know, you can put a Daisy's Bind in here, maybe with a Witcher now, so your Sheet Deeps will go even higher. But to be honest, when you're solo pushing, this gives you tons of progress, and it works really, really well, really well. Guys, last item is Crispin Sentence. You deal 100% increased damage against slowed enemies, or triple this bonus against enemies afflicted by any other type of control parent effect. So basically you get triple damage, 300%, okay? So, remember, we have a stun from Z-Stun Avengers Legendary Gem. Okay, 20% chance stun enemy for 1 second. Then we've got Freeze from Land of the Dead. There's another one there. Then we've got Dizzy and Curse that can do a stun as well. And Bane and Trap does a snare as well when you're close to an enemy. Okay, so there's lots and lots of ways for you to get double control parent effects on those targets to proc your Crispins. Nice. Okay, so let's go over the skills. Then we'll do a Rift. Okay, guys, to cripple Dizzy and Curse. Crippling Curse that reduces the enemy's movement speed by 75%, reduces damage by affected enemies by 30% for 30 seconds, and then we've got Daisy's Binding Belt as well for an extra 50%. So it's quite a nice amount of damage reduction. But what you know, guys, this build is squishy. Okay, you will die on this. You will die on this build. Okay, But it's worth the amount of sheer damage you can do is worth it. It really is worth it. It's crazy. Skeletal Mage guys, Singularity, man, insane mages capable of doing literally trillions of damage. Simulacra and Reservoir doubles our essence pool, okay? And makes our mages hit super, super hard. Land of Dead is here to basically for us to spawn globes and freeze the enemies on screen, okay? So say you've gone up to a shrine, for instance, say this is a shrine right here. You click to that shrine, you hit this location to stun it quickly, then you go bang, bang, hit these two, and blow the crap out of them, okay? So let me show this in action right now quickly. So, cast Simulacrum, cast Land Dead, and I'm spamming Devour, and you can see all these globes flying out now. And you can see my essence point now is now 660. So now you'll be casting your mages, and those mages are going to be absolutely wrecking. And also, guys, those who don't know, your mages snapshot as well. So if you cast mages at low power, and then the last set of mages you cast at maximum power, all the other mages will snapshot and be classed as mages, you know, summoned at full power, and they will do the appropriate DPS, okay? For those who don't know. So they do actually snapshot, which is kind of cool. Nice. Okay then, so yeah, so then we're with the damage, the essence pool increase, land death for freeze, globe generation, man, where you're spamming Devour, bone armor dislocation. This gives us that stun we was talking about, so you can CC stuff very quickly, especially spawning off pylons and things like that. And also damage reduction as well. Devour Cannibalize, guys, like I said, it heals us all the time. You want to be spamming this all the time, okay? If you're on the PC, you can do the numlock trick to auto-cast this skill, okay? You're allowed to do a numlock trick on PC, but you're not allowed to use macro keyboards on mice on Diablo, okay? For those that are not sure how to do it, just Google Diablo 3 numlock trick, but it is allowed by Blizzard. Don't worry, you won't get banned for it, but you can only do it on the PC. For passive, guys, Blood and Power for more cooldown. So as we take our damage up to 100% of our life, we get an extra 20% cooldown on our abilities, which is fantastic. Overwhelming Essence, an extra 40 Essence points, makes those mages, baby, hit even harder. It's absolutely crazy. The Life from Death, assuming a corpse has a chance to spawn health glow. That's what we just did a minute ago. Because Land Dead basically lets us spam. It lets us spam Devour like crazy for 15 seconds, okay? Oh, sorry, 10 seconds. 10 seconds. And then, guys, Spreading Malediction and receive a 1% damage bonus for each of enemy afflicted by one of your curses. The curse is Decrepify, basically. I know, I'm not using no self-res in this build, okay? But if you're going to push this to the extreme, this is what you want to use to get the furthest you can. If you're on Hardcore, highly suggest you put on Final Service, okay? Because it's an unbelievably squishy build, okay? Unbelievably squishy build, so make sure you do that, okay? But for this video, we're going to use the glass cannon. I'm going to go glass cannon. Okay, guys, for follower, just usual healing setup. But for the last one here, I've actually put on Inspire, which gives us an extra 10% essence. The more essence we have, the more easier we can get our mages out, okay? Nice! Got a little globe there to pick that up. Bing! Well, guys, let's go do a cheeky little GR100 now, just a mechanical video. All main stat is out. I've just dumped it into Vitality now, just for lols. But I want to show you what damage this can do without Paragon. And I've only got about 7 orgs on gear, okay? It's crazy how hard it hits, okay? Right, first things first, let's unlock Devour. So this is now being autocaster. Boom, in we go. Now, what I like to do, I like to cast Land of Dead and Simulacrum straight away, personally. Now, remember, you must have your bone armor on all the time. If your bone armor drops off, your mages will do 400% less damage than they should be. As you're pushing forward as well, this is one of those builds where you can't really skip stuff in the back lines because you're so physically weak. And it is a squishy one. Because you're so weak, if you leave monsters in the back lines, you're gonna get wrecked. Okay, you're gonna get wrecked. And it's just a part of the build, It's physically weak, but the DPS is absolutely bonkers. It's absolutely bonkers. Alright, let's go forward. Keep going forward now. Yeah, nice and easy. Just curse the enemies. You've got to be very, very cagey. You've got to be very, very cagey, man. Because even if you get hit by that one charger, you'll probably fall over. Right, my bonus it's getting kind of low now. We've got an elite pack over there. Let's just pull it in with the curse. Also, guys, when you right click to cast your mages or whatever key you use, wow, you see that 24 trillion crit there? Oh my god, this is so OP. 24 trillion crit there. That's absolutely bonkers with no main stat as is right there. My god. But yeah, you got to make sure your bone armor is up. If it's not up, you got to make sure it's up. Bam! Remember, when you do cast that bone armor, it's going to stun the enemies. You got a CC there, an emergency CC. See a guy charge towards you, you just quickly go, stun! Bang, and they're down. But yeah, like I said earlier, this is a build that you can't skip trash, really. There will be certain safe stuff like zombies, yeah, that'd be absolutely fine. That'd be absolutely fine to skip, but things that have got range attack, like Hell Witches, no, don't have Hell Witches in the back line. Don't have those guys in the back line, because they're going to absolutely wreck you. They're going to absolutely wreck you, so, God, look at those crits, it's stupid. You know, as a Witch Doctor main, you know, this to me is just, like, absolutely bonkers. I'd love to see my Gargantuans do this sort of damage. Power Pylon now. I'll just use Decrepify Stun there, man. Sorry, Bone Armor Stun there, man. There we go. Decrepify Stun. Lol. There we go. Got a little Power Pylon there, so the numbers will be absolutely ridiculously high. But this build is very, very similar to the Rat build, the Rat Run build that you use for Paragon grinding. It's not that much different. It's just a solo version, personally. Even there, that trendy trend. But yeah, just keep picking up your health globes. You're going to be generating health globes. Oh look, I'm dead! And that's with 2 million HP. So I mean, that's what you got to be careful with. You got to be careful. It is very, very physically weak. That's why I was talking about the Unity setup earlier, you know. Instead of COE, when you're early, and you're a noob like me, you know, you can go for Unity and stay alive a bit longer so you don't get too frustrated. But like I said, you know, it's very squishy, but the DPS is certainly there. It's certainly there. Let's pick up some more globes. When you right-click, cast your mages, they will attack that target that you've cast those mages on until the mages expire as well. So you actually have pet control, which is really, really nice to have. I just can't get used to this build without teleport. You know, I'm so used to playing Rat Run XP meta with teleport in this build. It just feels very, very strange not having a teleport in any build, to be honest. Like, these guys are quite nasty, man. So I'm just gonna stay in the back line. That's it. Oh, I've got to get a little bit closer because my bone armor's dropped. So boom, 41 trillion there. Holy hell! But remember though, the further you are away from the target, the more damage you're going to do to that target because of Zia Stone of Vengeance. But obviously we've got to go forward a little bit because we're getting no progress. Let's go, man. You can see how much it does. The DPS is just bonkers. Necro is crazy, guys. Absolutely crazy, man. It's just very, very squishy. You know, I'm used to the Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor doesn't have the most damage in the game. One of the worst, actually. But it's actually one of their tankiest classes in the game, you know. Which I always liked a lot. So go from, like, Witch Doctor who can, like, sit in the middle of, like, crazy amounts of damage to something that gets bitten by a rat and you fall over and die. It's kind of like, what the hell, you know? So just really, just play very, very cagey. Very, very cagey. And you've got to kill everything. You've got to kill everything. If you get jumped by certain mobs, like I said, just pop that bone armor and you're going to stun them for 2 seconds like that. Bang! You see that stun there? Comes up pretty often as well because we've got lots and lots of cooldown in the build. And just curse everything. Curse everything. Curse, curse, curse. Keep on cursing. Ah! Don't kill me. Right, Sim Necromancer and Land of Dead's now up, so now I can free cast now for 10 seconds and just summon as many mages as I goddamn want. And of course, when picking up all these globes, guys, it's going to be healing us for absolutely tons as well. There we go, let's keep going. Rift Guided Fight is always low. The mages hit so freaking hard, they just fall over pretty much instantly. We don't even need Stricken in this build because the mages hit that hard. Again, just play at maximum distance, make sure your bone armor's up, and just wreck them. There's not really Rift Guardian that this build struggles with, to be honest. They can pretty much melt everything. There we go. Nice. I've recently uploaded a speed version of this build, actually, on the channel, guys, as well, man. Feel free to have a check that out as well. Absolutely destroys T16. Like, so easily. So easily, man. Right, Rift Guardian's here. I've still got Simia. Oh! And he... Oh, I don't know what critical hit I just got there, guys, but well, he literally just one-shot a GR 100 Rift Guardian there. And pretty much killed him in about half a second. So, yeah, it's gives you an idea just how powerful this is. So, you know, that was only with a few orgs and no main stat added. You know, is extremely powerful build. Extremely. But, like I said, it can be a little bit frustrating though, because it is kind of squishy. But there is steps we can make it tougher, like Unity, Gizzard Gem, and stuff like that. And there you go, guys. That is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the build. Once again, feel free to like and subscribe and share this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks very, very much, man. Enjoy, man. I'll see you guys in season 17, man. Not too much longer now, guys. Not too much longer. Lovely, man. Thanks very much. Enjoy. Also, guys, thank you very much for those who subbed on Patreon, man. We've got some top boys right now. Mr. Enigma Phoenix, High Tears, and Wayne Land. Thank you very, very much for the extra support. Okay, guys, that's all for today. I will see you in the next video, man. Plenty more content coming very soon. Cheers.